Are you sick of always being on a diet and feeling like you're getting nowhere? Do you feel like no matter what diet you try, you always lose that weight initially, but then you put it all back on? My name's Stacey and I'm from G-Force Fitness. In this video, I'm going to explain to you guys today why you may have not had success in the past and why crash dieting actually screws you in the long run. Then on top of that, I'm going to teach you guys the exact dieting system that shows you how you can get results for life. So let's check out my crash dieting graph. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you on my amazing graph here how crash dieting screws you in the long run. Okay, so a lot of us, when we want to drop fat fast or drop a dress size overnight, we often crash diet, but it's actually not going to get you anywhere in the long run. So let's look at my graph here. So here we've got our metabolic rate, here we've got time. On our scale, we've got heavy calorie restriction. So that's if you're obviously restricting calories heavily, which is this line here. Then we've got the metabolic effect of that. And then below that, we've got our minor calorie restriction. So it's this thicker black line. Then the dots are the metabolic effect of that, which are here. And then we've got weight regain areas. So we've got a big area here and little tiny small areas here. So I'm going to step you guys through this graph because it just looks like a bunch of drawings at the moment. So what normally happens, as I said, when you want to drop a dress size overnight, you've got, something coming up, you want to look and feel amazing. We go, oh my God, I need to just eat less and train my ass off because that's the way to get results. Okay, so just say you were eating a 2,000 calorie diet. What happens is we go, I'm going to cut 500 calories. So we drop down to 1,500 calories. And for the first 4 weeks, yep, you are going to lose weight. So as you can see here, we've dropped 4 kilos. But then what has happened is we've hit a plateau. And that happens quite often with people. So we go, oh my God, what do I do? I've hit a plateau. I'm not losing any more weight. So obviously I have to cut more calories because that's what worked the first time around. So we drop again, maybe we drop 250 calories. And then we're cruising along another 4 weeks and we've dropped 2 kilos and then we've hit that plateau again. So we go, oh my gosh, what do I do? I'm not sure. I'm doing everything right. I'm eating less. I'm training more, but I'm stuck. So then we further restrict again. So we might drop to 1,000 calories. And you know what? That works for, 4 weeks. We drop another 2 kilos. So we're pretty happy. So in total, we're 8 kilos down now. And then we've hit a plateau. So we've gone on for another 4 weeks. We haven't lost any more weight. We can't possibly, drop our calories anymore because we're not eating much as it is. We're starving ourselves. We're getting, hangry, and we're all we can think about is eating. And then after 4 weeks of that willpower, going, oh my gosh, I'm not eating much. You might be eating less, and I've, dropped no weight at all. What happens is we throw the diet out the window and we go stuff it and go all the way back up to 2,000 calories what we were eating at the start, and we just continue on with life. So then what happens when we do that is we actually regain most of the weight that we've lost. So as it says here, you might regain 6 to 8 kilos that you initially lost, but in the meantime, you've driven yourself crazy because you've been restricting food like there's no tomorrow. You're training every single day, you're running, you're doing everything that you've been taught in the past works, and you lost 8 kilos, but then it just stopped. And so we've just gone back to old ways and we've put the weight back on. And then if you do this on a cycle, on a regular basis, that's why people, it's known as yo-yo dieting, because they get sick of restricting calories, they can't live like that. And they go back to eating the way they were, then they get sick of the weight they are, they go back down again, and so on and so forth. So what actually happens with your metabolism is that our metabolism is so smart, and it actually adapts to what we're putting in and how much we're burning and things like that. So and that's how we've survived time, like from the caveman days, back in the day when they weren't sure when their next meal was going to be presented to them. So their metabolism had to adapt to keep them alive, basically. So, our bodies are pretty simple. They They're complex and very simple at the same time. So it's, as we cut calories, our metabolism adapts, and that's why we hit this plateau, because our body thinks we're in a famine. So as you can see here, every time we've dropped weight, our metabolism has adapted, and then we've hit plateaus after around 4 weeks' time. But then when you've gone, stuff it, I'm going to throw the diet out the window, go back to eating 2,000 calories, your metabolism takes time to get back to burning, that many, takes time for your metabolic rate to get back to where it was. So over this, 8-week period, you've put all your weight back on, because even though you're eating 2,000 calories here, your metabolism and your metabolic rate is down here. So it's not smart to diet like that, and it's not sustainable. Okay, so what I want to show you guys today is there's a better way to do it. And we do this through flexible dieting, but you can just do this through your own diet. So we believe in minor calorie restriction, because consistency is the key to success. And if you're consistently at a small calorie deficit each day through nutrition and training, then you're going to be dropping fat. So what we actually do is, rather than crash dieting where we drop all of our calories straight away, say you're at that same 2,000 point, what we do is, we drop our calories by roughly 10%. Okay, if you're at a 10% deficit, with your food and 10% training, like that's a 20% deficit each day. That's massive in, over a 10, 12, 16, 20 week period. So what we do on our minor calorie restriction diet is we drop to 1,800 calories. We go along and, we may have lost 3 kilos by week 4 when we hit that plateau. Okay, everyone's always going to hit a plateau because your metabolism is going to adapt to how many calories you're putting in. So you can't avoid it. So then what we do is we drop, maybe another 10% of your calories. So we're down to 1,600 calories now. And we cruise along for another 4 weeks, and we're still enjoying food and, get to have a few treats and a few drinks, and we're pretty happy. Then we hit our plateau and we've, dropped 5 kilos. So full plateau we've hit. We're going to drop to 1,400 calories, so another 10% roughly. We go along another 4 weeks. Okay, we've dropped 7 kilos in total now. We're pretty happy by here because, we're eating, still 1,250 calories, which is, yes, it's lower than where we started, but, it's still a decent amount of food. Then, we finally hit that full-on plateau going, right, maybe we've lost another 2 kilos, so we've got 9 kilos here. Maybe we haven't. We've hit that plateau. It's time to do something called reverse dieting. So what you're going to do is we're going to slightly increase your calories by like 5%. And what's going to happen is your body and your metabolism is going to adapt to how much you're putting in. So we go up here, that might be around 1,350 calories, and then we hit that plateau where we're going to introduce more food again. So every couple of weeks, if you're not gaining fat, we're slowly going to introduce 5% more food till we're back up eating about 800 calories. But what's happened here is it's actually minimal weight regain. So you might regain a kilo, but your body, you're getting to eat more food, your body's adapting, you're not really gaining much weight at all. And then what we can do is go back on the dieting cycle, because what most people don't realize is that the dieting cycle for most is only like 16 to 20 weeks. So you can only actually physically diet for so long because your body is like not designed to be in that state of stress. Every time you're on a diet, you're putting your body under stress, and we can't maintain that forever. You need breaks from dieting. So if by minor calorie restriction, I can get someone the same or a better result and they can diet, and then we can have a break from dieting but only put on, say, a kilo, then we can go back down and diet again and drop some more fat if they need to. But their body is not in a stressed state, and they're actually still getting to enjoy their life. They can have some dessert, they can enjoy, going out with friends, they can have a few drinks and not feel restricted. And how much better are you going to feel mentally? Not just physically, like you're still going to have energy to train and to do things, but mentally you're not restricting yourself and going, oh, I can't eat this and I can't eat that, and it's it's depressing when you're on a diet. So that's why, guys, I don't believe in heavy calorie restriction like most of those shake diets and low carb diets and things like that. You need all of the food groups. It's just obviously in moderation. And if we can get you guys the same result in eating food and being happier, then you're going to be happier to follow this dieting cycle. So guys, if you found this video useful, please give me a like, a love, a share, tag a friend who may need to watch this. If you want some more information, please contact me, because I want to get through to as many people as possible that you don't need to restrict your calories heavily to lose fat. We can get the same result, but you can actually eat food that you like and not feel like you're missing out. So guys, thank you so much for listening to this video. Anything you need, please let me know, and I'll talk to you guys soon.